and welcome to Cowboy Logic, everyone. Boy, what an exciting week it's been.
Hey, we want to thank you guys because last Tuesday, the Billboard charts came out. You got to wait a week to get those Billboard charts. And when they came out, you guys, not us, you guys sent every star, every stripe to number 7 on the rock digital downloads Billboard charts. And you sent it also to number 14 on the country digital downloads Billboard charts. So you guys have earned a ranking, a top 20 ranking and a top 10 ranking on Billboard charts. And
not bad for an old man, huh? Not bad for an old man.
Yeah. Thank you. We got a lot more songs that we're going to. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about making a trip down to Florida to meet with the guys
Don
down there in
has some
West
awesome
Palm.
songs that he's been working. I mean, it's about time because all these songs he's had
for decades.
And it's finally coming out, which is awesome. Okay. The race is on. The races are on, I should say. Georgia, the runoff is on. You got Secretary of State. We are backing Vernon Jones. Lieutenant Governor Greg Dolezal, he's been awesome because he's been pushing against the anti-Sharia stuff, which is what we need. Lieutenant Governor, again, Greg Dolezal. For the Senate, Mike Collins. Yep. I mean, what has Ossoff done? I mean, except you need voter ID or you need ID to get into any of his fundraisers. And for governor, of course, Burt Jones, who Trump has endorsed. Adam Johnson, the lectern guy, is running down in Florida. He's a J6er, Manatee County Commissioner, District 6. And John Strand, who we had on last week, he's running to take Congressman Byron Donald's seat in Congress down in Florida. So, again, these are the folks that we hope can advance because we really need to get more MAGA in there. And, of course, Ken Paxton. I mean, 42 years with Cornyn. Give me a break here.
And
okay?
who would make a better congressman than a J6er?
Exactly. Been there, done that.
Been there and done that.
The question is voting, though, okay? Shiloh Marks, at SHILOH Marks. He has a lot of great information, as does Jeff Fulgham, about 8 states having more voter registrations exceeding the 100% of registered voters, especially going back to 2020. They're all blue states, except to guess where? Georgia, where we are. Because Rat's Ass Booger isn't doing anything to help.
Man, he got obliterated in the mid.
But he's still there.
In the primaries.
But he's still there and can do the damage. Okay, let's switch over across the pond to the UK. You know what really happened? What was so amazing is how the mainstream media tried to hide all this. But Ron, let's go to this B-roll, as they call it in the business. This was the UK. Okay, this was their J6 as far as I'm concerned. Because there were millions of people fighting to keep the UK, and to keep its populism. Populism is rising. And this is just awesome video and an event that Tommy Robinson put together.
Looks like there's hundreds of people there, Donna.
Yeah, that's what the mainstream media will tell you. Tommy Robinson, who was just doing a tour here in the U.S. exactly, was over at the RAV warehouse on Long Island as part of his U.S. tour. But Nick Shirley was there.
Wait a minute. I want to wish everybody over in the U.K., because it's coming up, Happy Independence Day, y'all.
You're so bad. So Nick Shirley was also in the U.K. addressing the crowd. And this was pretty funny because there were some women there that actually recognized him.
Your sign says...
Nick Shirley!
Oh, hello.
Oh, my goodness. Hello, Nick Shirley.
Nice to meet you. Your sign says, we did not vote for open borders, digital ID, higher taxes, two-tier policing, loss of free speech, pedophiles in politics, higher cost of living, Starmer out, restore Britain.
Yeah.
What's your message to Keir Starmer today?
Keir Starmer's a wanker. Everything in the mandate is backtracked on. He's added things in that wasn't mandated, like digital ID. It doesn't listen to the British public. He's just had a landslide vote and he still is ignorant.
He needs to go.
He needs to stop branding hard-working Brits as far right. We just want to be heard and he's ignoring us.
How do you feel about the mass surveillance here of your government?
I feel like if you can do that to your own people, why can't you monitor more closely the people you're letting in who are abusing our women and children, who are taking taxpayers' money, who are living better lives than the people who are working really hard in this country, who live here, who are proud of where we are. We don't oppose immigration. We just don't want to have them prioritised above us. We're losing our culture and identity. It's not fair. We've had enough.
Populism on the rise, and you gotta love Trump because he always chimes in.
If you shut your eyes, it sounded like it was Sharon Osbourne talking to me, Ozzy's wife, didn't it?
Yeah, and Trump said it'll be tough for Keir, not a Churchill Starmer, to survive this challenge for his premiership. We'll see what's going on, but I mean, it got hardly any publicity here in the United States.
Well, that's because there were hundreds of people there.
Yes, it's true. Okay, let's switch back over to RJ6 one more time. Here we have Michael Fanone. His full body cam has finally come out. We're going to talk over this to tell you what's going on.
I know that Jimmy helped to evacuate me from the building and drove me to MedStar Washington Hospital Center, despite suffering significant injuries himself.
Doesn't look like he's too injured to me. He's walking along.
Let me go find your helmet. All right.
Oh, he lost his helmet. Okay.
Yep.
Now he's quickly moving along for time-wise. Doesn't look like he's in a hospital, though, is he? No, he's not in a hospital. In fact, he's just still in the bowels of the Capitol. And back out in the Capitol and outside the Capitol. It's about time this body cam comes out.
What happened? I got dragged out into the crowd. And what happened? They you got beat? What Con first? Did you get gassed at all? Or? Oh, yeah, but I'm used to CS gas. That's fine. At the hospital, doctors told me that I had suffered a heart attack, and I was later diagnosed with a concussion, a traumatic brain injury, and post-traumatic stress disorder. All right, I'm going to check for any fractures.
That is actually a medical guy outside looking him over. Yep. Doesn't find anything wrong with him.
My nose here.
Says he's not dizzy at all.
No obvious severe injuries. Can't find any fractures. Pupils are equal. Open your mouth. All right. Dizzy at all? You can stay here and rest until you're feeling better. Thanks.
Do you want to stop your ear ringing in a week? Here's the perfect drink to silence that hissing. If you notice your ears...
Need some water to wash out the CS?
No, it's fine now. My body camera captured the violence of the crowd directed toward me during those very frightening moments. It's an important part of the record for this committee's investigation and for the country's understanding of how I was assaulted and nearly killed as the mob attacked the Capitol that day. Are you going to go to the hospital or anything?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. I just would like to move on.
But we've shown this. We've shown this so many times.
We've talked about this for 4 years.
And it's taken 5.5 years to come out. But where's medical?
Yeah, but we saw that was public domain footage for quite a while. I've seen that years ago.
Yeah, but the bottom line is it's finally coming out with the mainstream media, and he's obviously fine. He obviously lied under oath. Matthew Graves arrested almost one J6er a day for the first year. And that's what also has so many people PO'd, because the mainstream media still asking Donald Trump this last week, 5 police officers were injured and, all these other police officers were injured, to which I say this is coming from the same mainstream media that wants to defund the police and arrest ICE agents. But it's okay on J6. Suddenly they loved them all, even though there weren't 5 that were injured at all. And nobody talks about Ashley Babbitt getting murdered. It's just frustrating at this point. So frustrating. Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't want to talk about it. We are going to be at Freedom Corner later on in this hour and show you what was going on outside the Pueblo prison where Tina Peters is. There's a lot of J6ers carrying on the vigil that's going on and the problems that they're still having because of all this mess. We'll be back with more Cowboy Logic right after this.
She hangs on the porch, soft and faded by time. Hose Valley Forge, cold and young blood in her eyes. Last sack for the grave as they close weary eyes. A quiet promise beneath wide open skies. Every star holds a name, every stripe holds a tear. Our boys are gone forever, but old glory's still here.
Hey, everybody. You guys know with Cowboy Logic, we don't take any sponsors without fully vetting them and checking them out. Sugar Creek Goods is one of those companies that we have partnered with for a number of years. They're big supporters of the Jan 6 community, and we appreciate not only the fact that they do that, but they make great American-made products. SugarCreekGoods.com. Don't forget that. We've got the Cowboy Logic collection that they designed specifically for Donna and me. Tack Room, Barn Party, and Silver Fox, along with the Silver Fox Body Butter. Let me tell you guys about the Silver Fox, okay? That scent. My mom, when she passed away, I had one bottle of cologne that she bought me years before. I still had some in it. I hung on to that. I've had it all these years. She died in 2005. I sent that cologne to Sugar Creek Goods, and I said, can you emulate that smell? So I'll never forget it. This is the product of that. This is the result. Sugar Creek Goods, Silver Fox, and the Silver Fox Body Butter. They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. It's the same thing. It's like my mom's in the room with me. SugarCreekGoods.com. Promo code 1776 gets you a big discount. And if you pick up the Cowboy Logic collection, Tack Room soap, Barn Party soap, and the Silver Fox soap, along with the Silver Fox Body Butter, she'll send proceeds to Stand in the Gap for you. Support the J6ers. Support our sponsors. Go to SugarCreekGoods.com.
Always remember, they are coming after me because I am fighting for you.
I can feel it coming I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Surprise! I brought that out of the toolbox to let you guys.
Awesome.
That was one of your favorite bumpers that we used. So we kind of rebranded that for the midterms because I'm going to tell you something. And you guys know this. If we lose the House and we lose the Senate in the midterms, they will impeach Donald Trump in January of 2027. They will impeach J.D. Vance in January of 2027. Yep. And Hakeem Jeffries will be your president. So no matter what you do, no matter how you get there, get off your asses, just like we're going to get off our asses, and we're going to vote in the midterms. And as far as I'm concerned, same day voting.
Yep. And, you know, you can't vote your way out of communism because they are going to go full-blown communism if that happens. More voting irregularities, by the way, from the most secure elections ever. Every Democrat in Minnesota voted against removing dead people from the voter rolls. That's Minnesota, okay? Judges in Maine and Wisconsin reject the DOJ's efforts to obtain their voter rolls, which was the big thing that they've been going after. Actually, it turns out that most of the blue states are saying that, and Georgia. They're not going to clean the voter roll.
For anyone struggling with deteriorating vision, do not have another Greek yogurt before you see this. Did you know that declining vision...
See, Ratzenberger might be gone here in Georgia, but he's still Secretary of State through this next election. So they're trying to hold on. Then you've got Hakeem Jeffries, your favorite, saying that he is not going to allow any ICE agents near polling places. Okay, so doesn't that kind of admit that illegals are voting? And then you've got the Republicans that might as well be Democrats. Let's review here. Thune and Cornyn going on broadcast TV, trashing Trump after the E. Jean Carroll case. This is back in 2023.
Scott, let me ask you before we go ever so briefly to summarize Capitol Hill response, so far as you've been able to gather it, to the civil verdict in Manhattan today against former President Trump.
Two reactions worth noting from Senate Republican leadership. John Cornyn of Texas told CBS News he simply doesn't think Donald Trump can get elected president. Quite a statement from Senator Cornyn. John Thune of South Dakota says America is going to have to decide whether it wants to deal with, quote, all the drama after this verdict and the other investigations. Not exactly a robust endorsement from top Senate Republicans for Donald Trump tonight.
Yeah. Meanwhile, when he gets in, what do? They don't care. Cornyn's been in there 42 years. Nice call, President Trump endorsing Paxton. And by the time this show airs, I think we'll know who won down there. Meanwhile, what's happening, of course, with this E. Jean Carroll case, there's, I think it was like $80 million that the guy from LinkedIn, whatever his name is actually funding E. Jean Carroll's case. She said she was raped in the Bergdorf dressing room by Donald Trump. She couldn't remember when. And then she said she bought some dress that Bergdorf went on to say they didn't even have that year. I mean, it's such a joke how they framed him. Absolutely such a joke. Anyhow, now we've got the J6 weaponization fund. Okay, Norm Eisen. Gee, he's trying to sue to stop this weaponization fund for the J6.
I really didn't expect that out of
No,
Eisen.
I didn't either. It's 1.766.
Said no one ever.
Yeah, really. So it's $1776 billion, okay? Despite the Dems being paid under Joe Biden, Strzok and Page and the Russia hoax were paid by the same type of fund. So why isn't this guy already indicted?
As we've been getting ready for and being on our Coffee with the Contrarians today, Donald Trump has been dismissing his sham lawsuit in exchange for a reported $1.7 billion fund over his tax issues. Now, listen, folks. He can't be both the plaintiff and the defendant in a case. Constitution doesn't allow that. It's not a real controversy if you're on both sides of it. That's in effect what he's doing here. He's picking your pocket. And we are not going to allow it. We have rushed into court on behalf of over 90 members of Congress to say, stop thief. And the judge has the power to stop this. Do not dismiss the case. And do not pass go. Do not collect $1.7 billion for a fund for so-called weaponization for your cronies. And we are going to be fighting this. We did it at the same time. So that is some breaking news, and you make that possible through your paid subscriptions, you wonderful contrarians. You power the litigation work because we're owned by nobody, so all profits go into our litigation cases.
It's okay.
What was the character that always used to whine like that?
They had no problem sending pallets of cash to Iran, though, that Obama did. And the $40 million a week still going to the Taliban. Well, that's John Thune for you. And Andrew Weitzman is saying, the other whiner, slow down the rhetoric.
Hold on.
What?
We got another clip for you, and I just can't take any more of this negativity crap. I really can't.
Okay.
I mean, you guys don't understand how difficult it is to do this show every week with all of this negative crap that's going on. It's been 13 years.
Mm-hmm. Getting sick of it, I agree.
Ron, I'm going to bump over to the next fly-in because it makes me laugh. That's the only reason that we're going to play this.
Makes you smile.
No, it makes me laugh. I was trying so hard not to laugh because you would hear me laughing.
We needed that.
Hey, Ron, play it one more time. One more time. It's only 20-something seconds long. One more time. Yeah, you go, kid.
That kid is unbelievable.
Look at dude trying to unpeel the toilet paper. And this guy's doing a Rubik's Cube in less than a second, 0.8 of a second. And that is totally homeschool versus public school mentality thing going on there. Look at him trying to get the... Hey, thanks, Ron,
That's
for playing that
funny.
twice.
That's
all
too
right,
funny.
listen.
We needed that.
Yeah, we did. We're going to go to break now, and we're going to do something. We're going to play a bumper that goes out of the segment that Donna found and wanted to do as a fly-in, actually. But we figured it would be kind of cool to end the segment with it. We don't know if these are real kids or if they're AI kids, and it really doesn't matter because if you don't smile and well up on this, something is totally wrong with you.
We got the baby's first pair of glasses.
There goes my heart beating.
Christian.
And you are the reason I'm losing sleep.
Hi.
Please come back now. There goes my heart racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. Come hold this now.
It's okay, I'm right here.
I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer. Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download, brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet, sponsored by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, everybody, this is Don Newen and Donna Fiducia with Cowboy Logic. And this episode is brought to you by ivermectin. Hey, you're right.
Whoops.
This segment is brought to you by
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin.
Yes. This is our new bottle, actually. We've been through a couple 250 milliliter ones because we give it to the dogs as well.
I did it this morning, everybody.
Yep. Go on our cowboylogic.us/health, and you'll see everything that Dr. X-Ray has said we should be doing. It's based on your weight. And this way you'll know exactly what dosage you need of that or fenbendazole or whatever you're going to take.
Yep, and some of this, and you'll see if you go to the website, and we're going to talk to Dr. X-Ray here in a minute, and you're going to see his face. But some of this is all based on IQ level for the amount of the dosage. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
Okay,
that.
well, Dr. X-Ray, let's go straight down to Mexico. Hey! Dr. X-Ray, welcome.
We get to see your face now. This is only our second time we get to see your face, Dr. X-Ray.
We
and
released the
face it is.
Kraken.
Yes, we have.
It's probably scarier than just having me blurred.
No, well, but you really, I can't tell you how many people have emailed us and tried to call us and wrote us letters saying, seriously, you have saved so many lives with what you said 5.5 years ago about the vaccine and the protocols you can take against COVID, including us, quite honestly. The problem is, I mean, this is unbelievable. People are starting to mask up. Well, maybe it's not unbelievable for half the country. People are starting to mask up again because what is this, the Moderna virus? Oh, the monkeypox virus, whatever the heck it is. Hantavirus.
It's the mousepox virus.
Well, I mean,
the hantavirus.
But you can't get it from person to person, can you? Can it go from person to person?
Can't. No, the transmission is only from mouse poop or mouse urine to people. The people that have gotten it have been exposed to mice, probably on a cruise ship. They had some mice. They got exposed to the hantavirus on the cruise ship, but it does not spread person to person. It does not spread any other way than inhaling mouse poop or mouse feces or getting mouse poop or mouse feces or mouse urine, some mouse saliva so the mouse could spit on you and you could get it. But those are the only ways it's transmitted. There's no person-to-person transmission. A mask isn't going to do you any good. It's all hype.
Good, because Puppy Bannon was...
Well, that does it, because you guys know that I've eaten horse poop. And
well, yeah, but you know what?
I'm not going to eat mice poop.
Puppy Bannon was after our little puppy was after a little field mouse the other day. So that's not very good. Can dogs get it? I mean, I'm only kidding. But
hey,
seriously,
before we get into this, though, look, you see the thing running across the top of the screen, everybody? We're going to run that the entire time that we're talking to Dr. X-Ray. If you go to that website, which is cowboylogic.us, that's our website, /health, you can see all of the protocol that Donna and I use under the advisement of Dr. X-Ray. And, hey, Doc, still haven't gotten sick. How many years have I been saying this?
Yeah.
5 years now. I will tell you, I'm changing some of the things I'm taking, and I can update you on the list.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. But first, we should tell everybody that you don't follow your own protocol. Your wife does. You know.
Yes, she does.
But you go on vacation, you come back sick because you didn't follow your own protocol. So, Dr. X-Ray, can we tell you should be taking your ivermectin? Okay?
We might suggest this and recommend it to you there, Doc.
Okay.
No, but tell us
I'll see
about
if I
what
can
you
figure out how much I should take.
Yeah, tell us about what you've revised to, because things are changing.
Things are changing. I'd rather go into this when I get everything written down.
That's fine.
And
Oh, okay.
all my new stuff here. But I'm taking away, for example, the nicotinamide and adding something called AMLA. I'm going to start taking nattokinase regularly, 6,000 units a day.
Already
And there's
doing
a
it,
couple of other
Doc.
changes.
Already doing it, Doc.
You're taking the nattokinase?
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes that too.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, because he's got like 15 pills that he takes in the morning on an empty stomach. So I can't do that. But he hasn't been sick.
They recently did a very good research study, and there were several thousand participants, and they gave them nattokinase for a year, and they measured their carotid plaque. You know, I know you understand this, Don, the plaque that grows and that collects in the carotid arteries, and there was a 36% reduction in plaque volume over 1 year taking nattokinase regularly. It
and that's
really
good
does
for
improve circulation.
Well, I take it every day. I do nattokinase, I do NAC, I do ivermectin, well, not ivermectin daily, D3, what else am I doing?
Chaga mushroom.
Chaga mushroom, I do that morning and evening. What's that Melania thing you told us to do? It's
Melania.
It's not Melania.
I know what you're talking about.
Monolaurin.
Yes,
I thought that was a movie.
I do that.
I don't take that. You know, I told Mrs. X-Ray one day not to laugh at people who are thinner than us who are out there exercising and look silly. So I'm not going to laugh at you for taking chaga mushrooms and all those other things, because you haven't been sick in 5 years, and I get sick every time I leave the house for more than 2 days.
Yeah, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I am not BSing you, am I?
Yeah, no.
The last time I was sick was November. It was Thanksgiving weekend of 2020 when we had COVID.
We both had COVID.
I haven't had a sniffle.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Doc, there's a pretty good chance that I have been subjected, because, I mean, the people that I work with, they got Technicolor snot coming out of their nose at times from having, infections and colds and viruses and all this other stuff. It's not that it's not coming in contact with my body and I'm shielding myself from even being around this stuff. It's that my immune system is so damn strong that if I get something, if I come down with something, I don't even have any of the symptoms. Is that correct?
That's correct. Your body's just eliminating it.
All right, but what do you say to these doctors? We got 2.5 minutes left, who are still towing the Anthony Fauci line. I mean, Anthony Fauci to me is Dr. Evil personified. You just can't get, or Bill Gates, one of the two. I mean, they still toe that line. They work for hospitals that make them toe that line, and we're starting to see people mask up again.
Well, for the hantavirus, it's silly. Like I said, there's only one way it's spread. I saw that Scarf Lady, Dr. Birch, came out and said that we should start testing the entire country with PCR testing. And that's now how the CDC diagnoses it. They have an ELISA test and then an enzyme-linked immunoassay test that looks for the antibodies, and it's very reliable and considered very accurate. The other thing we wanted to talk about was the treatment. If you do happen to come across it, it's a single-stranded RNA virus, just like dengue fever, the COVID virus, the SARS virus. And I believe it'll respond to ivermectin, plaquenil, and chlorine dioxide, any of those three. Mary Talley Bowen put out a thing about using ivermectin and hantavirus, and there were immediately 50,000 links posted when you do a search saying that that's debunked, it's conspiracy theory, there's no medical evidence to show that, which makes me even stronger think that it would work if you do happen to end up with this, start taking ivermectin. There will never be a medical test because the people who are called in to
What if you could have real air conditioning without calling a technician, without drilling holes, and without spending thousands on installation?
To test and treat these things will never give ivermectin or Plaquenil to a patient with a virus. They just won't.
It's like deja vu all over again. They said the same thing about ivermectin and fenbendazole. We're in an election year. Are they going to try it again? I wouldn't put it past them. When we come back, we're going into the break here. Again, folks, let me tell you, this is our doctor. He saved our lives. I'm telling you that, and he's done it to a lot of people that we've advised as well with what he has told us to tell people to do. 24 years in the military, retired Army and Air Force, 20 years at a major teaching hospital. Again, he's a radiologist and an internist, folks. We will be back with Dr. X-Ray, actually, for the rest of the hour. I want to get into this whole thing with Bill Gates and the ticks that make you hate meat or allergic to meat. It's coming up next on Cowboy Logic.
Iwo Jima's blessing, that flag raised up high. One Marine never came back to his bride. Gettysburg silence, desert dust far away. You've covered so many on their final day. Every star holds a name. Every stripe holds a tear. Our boys are gone forever, but Old Glory's still here.
Deep cuts have scarred, sharp pains have faded. It's not the old place, but it's somewhere just the same. I'm looking back and thinking fondly of memories that make me who I am. There are the milestones to win. Times will be better. 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 Miles adding up, miles going by. Time to think it out. Ask God why. White lines ahead, white lines behind. Looking in my rear view till I lose my mind. Nothing to my left, nothing to my right. Nothing ever changes. Driving through the night, another step away from how we used to be. Counting the days till times will be better. Miles adding up, miles going by. Mile after mile, sheltered by the sky. Never feel the progress. Am I standing still, looking to the heavens? Summoning my will. Miles adding up, I'm closer to my goal. Paying all my dues, finally on the road. Another step away from how we used to be. Counting the days till times will be better. Times will be better. Times will be
Times will be better. Hey, I think that we may end up releasing that, and there's kind of something in the works that I can't talk about to you guys, so I'm just going to tease it. But we may bring somebody else in on that song. We don't know yet, but we may. I am a tease. That's how I got you. All right, listen, we joked around a lot last segment. Dr. X-Ray, come on back in with us. But we're very serious about what we've been talking about now for 5 years. And, well, quite frankly, going on 6. Dr. X-Ray has been guiding, advising, and taking care for us, or taking care of us the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
We listen to this man unconditionally, and we do exactly what he says to do. Actually, I probably do a little more than he says to do.
But he doesn't listen to his own stuff, but, we'll get him to.
No, I don't.
But doctors are terrible patients. Having said that, if you guys go to the website that's going across the top of the screen, all of the questions will be answered. You guys go there, and then you send me emails about dosage. It's all in there. So are the links.
Mm-hmm.
And, share that website, watch the video that's in there. Doc, that video, I think's got, I can't remember, 70,000, 90,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So keep it going, guys. But I'm telling you, it works.
It does.
It definitely works. So now we're going to get serious. We're not going to play around anymore. And
Bill Gates.
Well,
after
we'll play around just about.
God, that's CBD, folks. Patriots Relief with an S.
Doc, this cannot hurt anybody, right? It's okay. This is designed for muscles.
It is, but it clears your sinuses. Patriots Relief, that's our CBD
it
guy.
Doesn't give my tongue an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
Jeez.
That's the important thing to remember, Doc.
Patriots Relief with an S. PatriotsRelief.com, promo code 1776. And use it for what it's really for, okay? But they have all kinds of CBD stuff for you that we love.
It's
and
great.
He can breathe.
It's
okay.
great.
No, seriously, Bill Gates, and if you look at him now, he really looks like Dr. Evil in the movies, the Austin Powers movies. It's really scary. First of all of a sudden, there's no climate change. There's no global warming because they got to have their AI in there, all these big tech bros. And now he's got some sort of a tick that he's dropping in boxes all over the Midwest. Talk about that might make you allergic to meat.
It's called alpha-gal syndrome, and it's a real disease. I'm not exactly sure how it came around. There were two Berkeley scientists, I believe they were at Berkeley, who suggested that if everybody in the U.S. developed alpha-gal, that it would improve global warming. And I don't know if that's their motive behind that, but I have now read where millions of ticks have been placed in fields that are carrying this alpha-gal, and they're biting people, and people are developing the syndrome. And it's real. I have secondhand knowledge of people who have this, and they say it's a deathly illness anytime they eat meat or anything with the proteins in it that they become allergic to. And it's not just red meat, it's pork, it's chicken, it's most meat has these proteins that they develop an allergy to, and they require emergency room visits if they're exposed. And there's no treatment for it, and it's lifelong.
All right. Wow. So now, I haven't been following this like you two have. Is Gates connected, and are they actually dropping crates of these ticks? Has that been absolutely proven?
Pictures have been posted and witness statements have been made, and nobody's been tried in court for it, but nobody has refuted it with any sort of evidence that they are placing these ticks out in fields, and they're placing them through the Midwest, through Texas, through the heartland of the country, through what all these liberals call flyover country.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people think...
how is that not completely and totally illegal?
How's he get away with this?
It is, but nobody prosecutes them.
Well, Fauci's still a free man, too. I mean, there are reports years ago that Lyme disease was developed that same way. I'm getting to the point where...
Lyme disease is another man-made.
No tools, no hassle, no tricks. Just cool air in minutes. It's the size of a small microwave. Cools rooms.
It's a man-made tick-borne disease.
I mean... To me, I don't trust anything the government does anymore after what's happened with COVID and, quite honestly, J6. But, all right, let's talk about the whole situation with Sudden Adult Death Syndrome, SADS, as opposed to SIDS for infants.
As opposed
SADS.
to Southern Adult Death Syndrome.
Well, with the ticks dropping down here, it's possible. They're saying 37,000 to 80,000 post-vax a year. I mean, before the vaccine, we never saw football players essentially dropping dead during Monday Night Football. We never saw kids, maybe one or two that might be out of shape during August, when they're starting to come back into football practice, have a situation.
Soccer players, tennis players,
dropping
race
like
car
flies.
drivers.
And now there's questions about Kyle Busch. I mean, talk about, again, we can't talk about this if you're with the mainstream media.
Well, they did a study. It involved 180 million people. So it's a very large study. And the results of this, it was a study of vaccinated and unvaccinated people. And the results of this show that the vaccinated people have a 5 times or 500% increased risk of myocarditis, which can cause sudden death. They have a 300% or 3 times increased risk of spinal cord inflammation. That's called transverse myelitis. That causes paralysis and numbness and other things. There's a 300 times higher risk of heart attack, a 200% higher risk of arrhythmias. And a lot of these people with sudden death are dying of arrhythmias like atrial fibrillation with a poor AV conduction or just ventricular fibrillation. And a 250% increase in strokes, which is another cause of sudden death. They've said that there's been 1.9 million excess deaths since the COVID pandemic, and these vaccines were released. So what they're talking about is real, and the deaths are much higher than the 38,000 they attribute to it.
Have you seen any stats as far as young versus old? Because to me, this was one way that, in my opinion, they wanted to get rid of folks on Social Security. But again, our CBD...
I think the young are dropping faster.
Well, our CBD guy, Tim Roberts, also does life insurance. And normally when you're in your 20s or 30s, you're paying for us old farts that, might still be alive. And that's not happening. He's seeing after they usually go back 100 years. He's saying after, supposedly looking back well over 100 years, they've never seen anything like an increase in death in young people in the last 5 years.
No, it has been, and other insurance companies have validated that. That's one reason why rates are going up so much. My life insurance rate come September, when it's renewable, is going from $2,800 a year to $38,000 every 6 months if I keep the same policy.
I think you're going to pass on that, correct? Because they're doing the same thing to me.
They do that when you're on Medicare, obviously, you're getting older. But for 30-year-olds, I mean, come on, this is unbelievable what's going on here.
Yeah, and they're like pushing me to do it, Doc. Yeah. You've got a lot vested in this this insurance policy, so you should pay $290,000 a year to have this policy.
Actually, I think it's about $2,500 a month, but who's counting? I didn't even bother to call because it's a joke. So, but if you get it younger and you can get an older policy or one of those policies where you can build wealth, that's one thing. But again, you got about 30 seconds here. These are young kids.
Yeah, they are pushing the age range down. We're seeing these widespread cancers in people in their 40s and 50s that you didn't used to see except in people in their 80s. And we're seeing them every day, literally every day, instead of once every 6 or 8 weeks like we used to see. I called congestive heart failure in 2 43-year-olds last night when I was reading.
All right, hold it thought. We got to go to break, Doc. We got to go to break. And ladies and gentlemen, when we get back, big surprises for the drummer this week. You're watching Cowboy Logic.
everybody. Kelly Meggs. I'm sure you know me at this point if you watch Don and Don at all. But tonight I let the dogs out for the last time and was kind of doing my nightly ritual. I sit outside a lot because I don't like being inside because of the jail cell thing. But I reflected a lot on this past week and with Charlie Kirk being assassinated and everything that happened with him. Our prayers all go out to him, but we also have a sense of what can we do? What can we do as Americans and as citizens to stand up against this? And what we can do is we can support companies that support us and support what we believe in our country. And Sugar Creek Goods is one of those companies. I just took a shower, like before bed. That's what I do every night. And I thought about this while I was in the shower. I'm like, this is a fantastic product. Not only is it an amazing product, but it's a company that supports our beliefs and in America. So if you want to do something, use your promo code 1776 and make a difference. Buy from an American company that supports Americans and supports what we believe in. Not what the media and everybody else tells you to believe in, but the truth. Use your promo code 1776. And God bless you. And God bless America.
Your bill went up the moment they installed the new meter. Here's what it's detecting and how to fix it. When they replaced your old meter with a digital one, they told you it was an upgrade, more accurate, more efficient, better for everyone.
Amazing. I wish I looked that good. Thank you, Don. I love those teeth, too, and those tattoos.
I was going to say, come back, Ron, for a second. Show us your actual tattoos. Your actual tattoos are badass, though. I mean, come on, there you go.
I got some good tattoos.
There you go. He's got the We the Peep and the Mola Lave. Hey, I thought that was pretty cool there. Ron was playing the Van Halen quad kick drum kit.
Okay, and you can get your
That's
own
right.
drumsticks.
Cowboy Logic.
Laser.
Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't say Dana.
Oh, that's right.
Dana.
Sorry, Dana. I'm putting a list together. I got to put a list together of everybody. There's so many people in the chat. We love you all. Okay, Cowboy Logic, laser.com. You get your drumsticks. You can get your mouse pads. Any picture that you want. Any picture you want.
These are husband beaters.
Yep.
These are great.
Or wall hangings.
Wall hanging husband beaters.
But I think the mouse pads are really cool. They're very inexpensive.
And then you got these.
Send them a picture.
These things.
Oh, how about
I got
this?
some water in here.
How about this?
That was from last week.
Oh, that's because you drank some ivermectin.
Maybe.
When you were down here. Cowboy Logic, anything you want.
That's right.
Lasered.
We use
Ron
them.
Can do it.
Big time.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to business here. Doc, And I know you've got a bunch of questions, but I want to go back to myocarditis and the fact that this is, we're seeing a lot of Utes that have been having serious trouble that over the past 5 years that they never had really before. And my hypothesis as a layman is that with respect only, say, to myocarditis, that young people have the ability physically to push their hearts a lot harder than somebody that's 65 years old. And could that possibly be the reason that athletes and young people are having some of these major life-threatening issues with myocarditis, as well as death, sadly?
Well, it's not really that they push themselves more. At our age, we push our heart to demand and require as much oxygen per unit weight of the heart as young people do. The problem is that they are developing this myocarditis. They're developing clots in their arteries. They're developing all of these other problems, and that's when they do push themselves like that. You're correct. We don't push ourselves as much as an athlete does. They have sudden death.
Yeah, because quite honestly, and I'm trying to make a point, not a joke, but as we get older, we have younger people do things for us. Hey, I need that big old thing over there moved. I need you to do it. I'm not going over there and doing that. But, when we were going through 21 and 22, we were seeing the sports that are very taxing on the heart, tennis, soccer, football, that kind of stuff. That's where you saw them dropping.
Well, and then
and I didn't mean to imply that we old folks put as much stress on our heart as athletes do. No. We're not athletes. You've had a treadmill stress test, and they monitored how much exercise you did on that treadmill stress test, and it's still not what an athlete does. The problem is that they are developing myocarditis, the inflammation around the heart lining. They are developing vascular disease. They're getting vasculitis. They're getting rough spots in their vessels. The spike protein is causing them to develop clots, and they're dying from those.
Yeah, and we should add, Don, by the way, passed that stress test with flying colors, wearing cowboy boots and Wranglers.
Yeah. Yeah, and I went like 6 extra minutes on it. They were like, you can get down now. And I'm like, nah, this is cool. Let's keep going. Speed it up.
Well, okay.
How do you do that in ropers?
All right. Seriously, though, Kyle Busch, tragically has passed this week. 41, 42 years old, 2 young children. There have been some reports that he bled out. There have been some reports he had prostate cancer. I mean, I'm sorry. At that age, I just keep thinking vaccine. Are there some other indications that could point to that?
Well, in any one individual, you can't say it's the vaccine or not. The data they look at is across large swaths of people. Now, I look at patients every night who are in their 40s and who have cancer, and I know they have taken the vaccine. And it's very common. If you're a 41-year-old and you have widespread prostate cancer, it's probably from the vaccine and no other cause. And you said before we started the show that a report had come out that he died of pneumonia and sepsis, and a lot of cancer patients die of either urosepsis, which is urinary tract infection, and become septic, or pneumonia and sepsis. But their immune system is so weakened by the cancer drugs and by the cancer itself and by poor nutrition and the effects of the cancer on the body that they become septic and die from the sepsis rather than what is attributed to their cancer as the cause of death.
It's heartbreaking. It really is. What really scares me is how they still are trying to hide it. I mean, Dr. Fauci is still a free man. And a lot of MAGA voters are getting frustrated. Maha. Your take in 3.5 minutes on what RFK Jr. is doing. He's trying to make headway. The problem is, I see, and folks who really watch it are seeing, it's pretty hard to uproot a deep state that's been there for decades. But, this is low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know, but You know, the pharmacy industry put $2.5 billion into politicians' accounts, you know, various PACs and these other things. And if you think how much money $1 billion is, say you want to spread $1 billion among 535 representatives and senators, that's millions of dollars for each one. And these people are going to go with who's paying them, not with who's voting for them, because the votes are rigged. Everybody knows it, and they're not going to get kicked out. If they toe the line and they keep doing what they're paid to do, they're not going to get kicked out. But you're right, the American people are coming around. There was a survey done recently of a few thousand people. I think it was a Rasmussen survey. 56% of Americans believe that the vaccines are dangerous and are causing all these health problems. And they are 100% sure. Another 32%, so that's a total of 80%, 88% say that it's very likely that the vaccines are causing all this. So very few people, a very small segment of the population doesn't believe this is true now. The majority of the population believes these things are dangerous.
Can you give a percentage of what you yourself have seen in the last 5 years of younger people getting cancer and things that you normally would see in 60, 70, and 80 and 90-year-olds?
Well, it's like I said, we'd see someone come in with undiagnosed widespread cancer about once every 6 weeks in the past. And they would be, like you said, they'd be in their 60s or 70s. But now I literally see new widespread cancers every day in people under 50. Every day I read, I see a new widespread cancer in someone under 50. I had 4 in one night, and I was still early in the shift, and the person who was working the midday shift, stretching from 11 to 7, was on, and that person texted me and says, "Is it time for a drink yet?" She says, "I've had 3 people under 40 with terrible cancers." And I said, "Well, I'm on my 4th right now." So that was 7 that 2 of us had seen that day.
I know. I had a cousin. She was 56 or 57. She had bladder cancer. And she wouldn't see me when I went up to New Jersey to see her, which kind of I thought was going to be the last time, and it would have been. And she said she can't see me because she's, vaccinated, and her doctor said that since I'm not, I can't see her.
Holy moly. My husband thought I was crazy when I started drinking bariatric soda every morning. Then he...
And it came back with a vengeance. She was in remission. It came back with a vengeance. And again, mid to late 50s. It's really scary stuff. When we come back from the break, Dr. X-Ray, I want to talk about young doctors and DEI. Because quite honestly, I don't want to go to a young doctor right now, especially the last couple I've been to. I end up telling them what's wrong before they can figure out what's wrong. So it's scary stuff for our future as well. We'll be back with our Dr. X-Ray again, folks. Dr. X-Ray, and you can find him on our website at cowboylogic.us.
At Arlington's rose, white stone standing still. She drapes every hero against their last will. The finest slow salute, a widow's soft tears. Your colors bring comfort to all of the years. Every star holds a name. Every side holds a tear.
Cowboying is in our blood. Cowboying is in our bruises, in our calloused hands tested by barbed wire and rope. It's in our rain-soaked jackets, our mud-stained boots to the crown of our resist-all hat. We don't forget that because we live it every day. We make our resist-all hats the same way we've done since 1927. You live out west for even the shortest time, And there's one thing you learn. You can't pretend out here. Resistol. We live it every day.
Now you say you're lonely. You cried the long night through. Well, you can cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being
The great Ella Fitzgerald. Oh, but I wonder where that woman is now. That screeching woman.
What a screech.
That we show at the beginning of our show every week as well. I mean, this is like, what, 10 years ago now? It's too funny. It's too funny.
She was a screecher, though.
Yeah. And
man, can you imagine
it's only
waking up
getting worse.
next to her?
It's only getting worse. They're all over the place
I
now.
would want myocarditis instantly.
Trump filling the reflecting pool with her tears. I love it.
All right.
All right, let's bring back our Dr. X-Ray, who, by the way, kind of moved out of the country. He got the hell out of Dodge and has found that... Hey! Okay. Anyhow, what I never would have thought is how good the food is in Mexico. Not a lot of the additives that
none of the
RFK Jr. is getting rid of.
It's against the law. Talk about it.
Well, yeah, I wanted to get to doctors and DEI, but yeah, talk a little bit about that because nobody realizes what's going on. I never would have thought Mexico had healthier food.
Well, they do. Mexico doesn't import any wheat or corn from the U.S. because of the glyphosate. At least they didn't while AMLO was president. I don't know what the new president has done, but it hasn't been made public. All the food we buy is grown locally. We go to a store called the DAC, which is like a farmer's market, and everything in there is brought in fresh every morning. It's grown on farms where they don't use insecticide. They only use natural things for fertilizer, not chemical fertilizer. And it's all healthy and safe. They don't spray anything on it. There are no chemicals in it. The food in the Mexican meat supply, if you give like the chickens antibiotics or if you give any of the food antibiotics or hormones to stimulate their growth, it's a $10,000 fine and 10 years in jail. So none of that stuff is injected in the food. And we came down here because Mrs. X-Ray had lupus, and she was able to go from 7 medicines a day to 1 once a week, just getting all the chemicals out of her life. So it's been a life-changing thing for her.
Wow. And it's amazing.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. And it's awesome that you can continue to work, in the field that you're doing, which brings me to the next question. All right. Doctors are getting older. And I just don't feel comfortable going to a kid. I mean, I got a tick bite when I first moved down here. This is, over 15, 20 years ago. I go to one of those clinics. It wasn't a bullseye rash, but, coming from the Northeast, I'm pretty aware of Lyme disease back then and that kind of thing. And the doctor is going on the computer to look up what to do about it. Maybe it's me, but there's also vast reports of DEI, kids who might be white or Chinese that are being shunned by major medical schools in favor of younger or in favor of minorities just because they want to fulfill this DEI that allegedly isn't supposed to be in place any longer.
We've been reading about that a lot, and it's discussed in medical circles a lot. There are many universities on the East Coast, especially in the Northeast, who publicly announced that they were not taking any medical school graduates from America. They were only taking them from Pakistan and India. And we read another story this morning about a guy who finished #1 in his medical school class, but he looks like us, and nobody would give him a residency anywhere. And this is a government policy. The government is giving them all of these visas to allow these people in. The government is continuing to give them major grants so that they can conduct their research. So the government is not saying anything to dissuade them from not taking medical school graduates from America.
Why are they doing that?
It's unbelievable. Well, they're trying to kill us.
No, I mean, why would they do that?
I don't know what their motive is. I would be proud picking the top students in the world, not picking students from only India and Pakistan.
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, 50 years ago, South Africa was leading in medicine. They did the first heart transplant. Now, with now, from what I hear with South Africa, what's going on, because they've had
it's like Cuba, bring your own mattress to the hospital. Yeah, you got to bring your own mattress
to the hospital. It's getting that way here. All right, I want to talk about, and I hate to bring this up again, with young kids and COVID. I'm hearing parents, mothers who were vaccinated according to what their doctors told them while they're pregnant. Many kids are having issues. Now, these kids are now 3, 4, 5 years old, and they're having major health issues.
It's not safe for children. It's both not safe and not necessary. The kids are the ones that are having the worst of these reactions. There was a recently released study where they went back and looked retrospectively through Mexico and South America and countries that didn't vaccinate as much, and they looked at 2.7 million children over the Omicron and some of these other variants when they were most widespread. And in that cohort,
My husband begged me to stop doing the free government protocol for homemade Retetratide after I lost almost 11 pounds in just 1 week.
2 million were non-vaccinated. The other 0.5 million were vaccinated. They had no deaths of children from COVID who were not vaccinated. None. Not one.
How about with the mother being vaccinated, maybe not the kid? I mean, is that, in utero?
I haven't seen a lot of data. I haven't seen a lot of data on that.
Okay.
But I do know that they've shown that the spike protein concentrates in the ovaries and the testes. Those are two of the organs. And we have seen a precipitous decline in fertility since the vaccines have been out. And the people who are
well,
vaccinated.
we know that's by design, Doc.
Again, that's another, Bill Gates, Anthony Fauci supposed myth that seems to be happening. The NIH chief, Jay Bhattacharya, a lot of people really liked him. What's your take on him?
I haven't heard much about him. I don't know much about what he's doing.
All right. Because he's looking at no lockdowns. Fauci, unfortunately, is still a free man. Now, there are states like Tennessee that is saying anyone, and there are some other states as well, that are stopping the mRNA shots. So that's a good thing. We're making some progress in that department.
Yes, they have declared anything that is mRNA based a bioweapon, and they have banned it under the Bioweapons Act. And I think 16 states have done that or are working toward that. So there are 16 states. But we're just going to have to see how that plays out. There's a lot of states that have said that digital currency is illegal within that state. But we know that the government's driving toward digital currency. It won't be a CBDC. It won't be a central bank digital currency. It's going to be a bank-issued digital currency, and it'll be controlled by the banks. But I don't know if the states are going to be able to override that or not.
Yeah, that's scary. All right, we got a couple minutes left here. Speak to the people out there who have been vaccinated that might be a little worried. What would you do to combat this mRNA, possible problems you're going to have from the all the vaccines, in fact? What's your take on, all these vaccines?
Well, the number one thing to do for the COVID vaccine is to get nanokinase, because they've shown now that the people who have had the COVID vaccine, the mRNA-based COVID vaccines, are still producing spike protein, even 4 years later. And we talked about this before the vaccines were released, that they could do a type of infection called transinfection with the mRNA, and that would be ingrained in your genome, and you would be producing spike protein for the rest of your life. So the number one thing to do is to combat that spike protein, and the number one way to do that is by taking nanokinase. Now, if you're vaccinated and you're making spike protein. 2,000 units a day of nattokinase is perfectly fine. It will stop you from forming all these clots. I'm going to be working up to, I've not been vaccinated, and I'm going to be working up to 6,000 units of nattokinase by starting at 2 and going up 2,000 every week as I tolerate it, just because of the vascular health, because of the improved circulation, because of the breakdown of any clot and thrombus and plaque that you have already developed in your body over time.
Yeah, that
So
would
it's a
just be
safeguard
something
you
that
can-
us older folks got to worry about in general. So that's a pretty good thing to use, I would think, because plaque always seems to be what's going to,
Well,
eventually get to you.
Nattokinase is in that crawl up there across the screen, cowboylogic.us/health. Scroll down, you'll find it in there, nattokinase. I'm taking it, been taking it for how long, Doc? 3 years probably now? Maybe longer than that. But it's a part of my daily thing I do.
And
Doc,
it's so cool to see Dr. X-Ray's face.
yeah, we released the Kraken face there. Dr. X-Ray, we do love you like a brother. We also love Mrs. Dr. X-Ray, Nurse X-Ray, like
Listen
a sister.
to her from now on because she's
Yeah.
healthier than you are at this point.
When you vacation. Thanks for coming on again, sir. And as always, we're going to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, cowboylogic.us/health. You can do exactly what we do if you go check that out. We'll be right back.
Patriots Relief, your America First CBD company. We are Christian, conservative, and committed to helping you feel your best. Are you tired of chronic pain holding you back? It's time for a change. Experience the remarkable healing properties of CBD, expertly designed to alleviate pain and promote internal balance. Patriots Relief is here for you. Visit our website or call now. Use your promo code to unlock exclusive savings. Patriots Relief, helping you get out of pain and live life to the fullest.
And we're back.
Been waiting a
Cowboy
long
Logic.
time to do this one.
We have, and this is just celebratory, if nothing else. Maybe a little premature,
Well,
because it's not June 1st yet, but
A lot of
this is
people have
awesome.
written us about Tina Peters,
Mhm.
okay? And there's a reason that we're not interviewing and haven't interviewed Tina Peters. It's not legal to do that,
Yeah.
okay? Anybody that's been doing these kind of interviews with her, it's not a good idea. It's why we never interviewed any of the J6ers from a federal prison.
Yeah.
So we've been just like you. We've been following this story so closely, and with Memorial Day that is now a week past, I've been dying inside for this lady. She's a Gold Star mom.
Yeah, so wrong on so many levels, but at least finally things are working out because she is scheduled to be released on June 1st. That said, Mickey Whithoff, Ashley Babbitt's mom, and also, a whole bunch of people, Nicole Reffitt, all those people who you saw on Freedom Corner for like some 3 years straight outside the D.C. Gulag, had planned to be outside the Pueblo prison where Tina Peters is for this Memorial May weekend, as we call it. And so let's go to that now because leading the pack right now is George.
Look at 'em all.
George White Wolf Riley, a J6er. Boy, and it's so great to see everybody in person. You've got Tammy, you got Jen Baker, you got Rocky Earls, he's a J6er, Hank Munzer, a J6er from Montana, Tommy Tatum, and Ruth Lauren, his fiance. Congratulations, Tommy. Sharon is from Pueblo. She's back there on the left, as you see her with her little spinny thing. And Paul Osborne. But this just worked out so well because I planned on talking to George White Wolf Riley. And folks, if you watch any of the hits that they show on Real America's Voice of the B-roll from J6, George is there with his Indian headdress, and basically, I think you had war paint on your face and everything. But George, you come from a hugely diverse background.
We don't even know what you are, dude. What are you?
Yeah, what do I call you? You're a Native American, Messianic Jew, French, whatever. Tell us what you are.
I'm not French.
Oh, I thought you were French.
Everybody knows that.
Oh, I thought it was French. Okay, well, that's a good thing.
I'm a French-speaking Native American Messianic Jew, a right-wing ultra-conservative, a J6er, a patriot, and a big fan of Cowboy Logic.
God bless you, man. We got rescue dogs that are less complicated than you with their lineage.
I just thought you were French because you spoke French, but here you were a sniper in the 101st Airborne. You're obviously disabled at this point, and you know, they went after military benefits for everybody as well. But, you know, we just thank you, and we have just really good news at this point.
I've been taking Digesticare for 3.5 years. It's a wonderful product. It has greatly improved my
point because of what's going on with Tina Peters. I wanted to talk to you though, George.
Well, hang on. This is being recorded, everybody. What's today's date? The 23rd? Yeah. May 23rd.
Yes, sir.
And so you guys are watching this a week after today.
Yeah, but it's so cool to see it.
So the beautiful thing about it is, based on everything everybody's being told, very shortly after this show airs, Tina Peters is going home, everybody. Tina Peters is going home.
And it's so funny. I said to George, why didn't you go there on June 1st? And he's like, well, we all had plane tickets, so we're going to do this anyhow. And there you guys are. So it's awesome. Mickey Withoff and Nicole Reffitt and who was Shane Jenkins was
and Enrique
on
are sleeping in.
Well, they were on Studio 6B last week as well. So we're just so thankful that this is happening. George, I wanted to talk, though, and one of the reasons why we wanted to have you on is you got in touch with me about a memorial service you were at out in California for Patrick Wohl. Patrick Wohl was a Proud Boy. He's a J6er. And I had a very awesome conversation with his mom, Sheila. He passed away, and this is sort of like Bart Shively. Patrick needed heart surgery. They threw him in prison right around the time when he should have had this done, and he has most recently died from a heart attack. Talk about this, because it's heartbreaking. The J6 family, the J6 community, is still being attacked and still hurting in so many ways.
Yeah, you know, I just had breakfast with him the week before. Patrick had become growing closer and closer to my circle. We went to church together, and he had a heart attack, and I absolutely believe the government killed him. If they would have given him the medical attention he needed when he needed it, I absolutely believe he would have been alive. Instead, they waited and they locked him up. And then when he started having heart problems and was like really going down and they had to give him treatment, they took him to the hospital and they gave him treatment, but they had him shackled to his hospital bed for a week while he was recovering. And I think that all the stress and strain that all of us J6ers are enduring killed him. I mean, his heart couldn't take it. And we're not talking about a weak guy. I mean, this guy, he used to motorcycle, surf, whatever you name it. He would have been out there doing it. And, you know, he was a gung-ho American patriot and a young man. And he had many years and many hearts to touch before he should have been taken. And because of the government, he had passed. And I spoke at his memorial, his celebration of life, and I met his mother. And I guess she wanted me to speak because I was close to him. And when I gave my speech at his memorial, I apparently made everybody in the room cry.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I know, man.
It's hard because when you think about all the J6ers that have killed themselves, all the J6ers that have been killed, all the things we're going through, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it lets us know we're not alone. I'm not the only one feeling like I'm empty inside, like everything was taken away from me. And people want to minimize the things that we're going through. And I'm not a weak person, I don't just sit around crying and I don't sit around complaining. I don't do that kind of stuff. And Patrick was an inspirational guy. And Ashley Babbitt, she was an inspirational woman. And I'd just like to remind everybody that while we're sitting here celebrating our Memorial Weekend, if you don't know anybody to think about for Memorial Weekend, these are also soldiers. And Ashley was an Air Force veteran. I don't think Patrick was a military veteran, but I like to think of J6ers as being POWs, so they're like a military veteran. And I hope that you guys can keep them in your thoughts on this wonderful weekend.
Yeah,
absolutely. They are, brother.
Yeah,
they are,
mom,
and you are.
His mom told me, he had open heart surgery, and usually that lasts about 10 to 12 years, and he was at that cusp right when he was arrested. And he had a seizure the very first day he was arrested. She was not even able to talk to him. It was Judge Friedrich, I believe. They supposedly replaced the heart valve, but he had a stroke during the surgery. He was only 56 years old. I mean, again, his mother never got to speak to him. We're seeing this pattern so many times with the Jan Sixers. I know the Megs couldn't even talk to each other because both of them were being, under scrutiny.
18 months
and
they didn't
charged.
get to talk to each other.
Couldn't talk to each other for over a year and a half. I mean, he's 6'3", like you say. He wasn't a big guy. He was a big guy, shackled to his bed. They wouldn't even give him a fork because they thought he'd use it as a weapon. Here he is having a heart attack and a stroke. It obviously, and he wasn't even in there that long. Luckily, he was pardoned, but at that point, it was, his heart was damaged.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same thing with Tina Peters, I mean, she doesn't deserve to be in there, and she's an older woman, and the living conditions in prison, I mean, like when I was in there, I had giant cockroaches climbing on me. We were suffering from black mold. People were getting sick all over the place, and nobody cares about you. Nobody cares. Whatever your crime is, you're a criminal. And that's how it is. So if you think humanity is going to be treating people who are in for white-collar things that are not like, I'm a psychotic murderer or a child molester or something like that, well, you're wrong, because everybody's equal to those people, and they don't care about any of them. So,
yeah, I think you become a non-human.
Yeah,
you become a non-human.
It's true.
All right, we got to go to break. You guys are going to hang with us, and we are outside Tina Peters Prison out there in Colorado with some of the greatest patriots that you will ever meet.
The Pueblo Freedom Corner.
There you go. More J6 coverage and weaponization of the federal government coverage by Cowboy Logic. We'll be right back.
We'll carry you.
Dan, you want to know what I love? What's up, brother? I love Don and Donna to death. They've been so supportive of January 6th and all. But man, when you come to visit them, they put you to work.
Dude, they just made us mow 62 acres on riding lawnmowers.
Yeah, and then they made me, under the hot sun, build a whole Lego set.
But you know what, though? One good thing about coming here is they always offer you a nice cold bath.
Absolutely.
And what better way to have a nice cold bath than with Sugar Creek Goods? I'm using the Sunshine Serenity.
And I was using the Valentine Surprise, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you what, if you've got a bath going and you're not using Sugar Creek Goods, you're missing out.
Dude, just look how it lathers up. It's just amazing. So make sure that you don't miss out. You go to sugarcreekgoods.com.
Oh, and you know what else? They've been very supportive of January 6th and the entire community. So you actually got to buy them for that fact alone, on top of the fact that they got great goods.
So just make sure that everybody that you support them because they support us. Go to sugarcreekgoods.com.
Thank you, guys. Love you.
to pay J6ers? You're damn right I want to pay J6ers. If you got wronged by the government, then you should be made right.
On Rumble, stream 24/7 with your favorite live streams, viral videos, live podcasts, and exclusive content. From news and politics to gaming, stock market, sports, and more, you'll never miss a moment. Discover top channels the moment you open the homepage. Scroll your personalized feed to catch every new upload from creators you follow. Then tap into the chat to join the conversation live. Start streaming, chatting, and discovering new content today by downloading the Rumble app.
Damn right. Pay them now.
You know, the left is talking about the 1.76 billion or whatever.
Oh, they're in a meltdown in this.
All of the folks involved with the Russia hoax got money from that same type of fund. And Stacey Abrams got $3 billion from Joe Biden out the door. Nobody talks about that. One person, $3 billion. But nobody knows where that went. Let's bring back our J6ers that are out there and
it is so awesome to see all of you.
It is.
And thank you for being there for Tina. Jen Baker, I want to draw some attention to the amazing work that you're doing. I read every article that you post in Gateway Pundit, and every one of you that are watching this television show should follow Jen Baker and watch her great work and read her great work. You are doing amazing work, and you have probably a little bit of an idea of how valuable you are, but I don't think you really understand how valuable you are. You just, I think it was yesterday. By the way, everybody, we're recording this on May 23rd. You're watching it the following weekend, so Tina's about to get out.
And you can see across the top there, donate at tinapeters.us.
You want to make a difference in this woman's life when she gets out? Go to that website, and just like you supported these J6ers for 4 years, go to that website, and you can help Tina rebuild her life, and I promise you, you will make a difference in it. But, Jen, I think it was yesterday or last. Yeah.
Yep.
Don, Mickey wanted me to remind everybody that her legal troubles are not over yet. She still has a lot of legal work that she has to pay for. So.
Oh, no doubt.
Okay.
No doubt about that. I'm telling you, this is long-term, everybody. This is long-term suffering.
It's evil.
Jen, you had a smile moment, if I can use that terminology. I think it was yesterday. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell everybody about that, will you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started this vigil yesterday at 6 o'clock so it's Friday night, 6 o'clock p.m. And we were out here waving our flags, and you can't quite see I don't know if you can quite see the building, but Tina is facing her pod and her room are facing us, so we can see their common area and her actual cell window. And, we weren't supposed to have any kind of, she's not supposed to interact with us and all that kind of stuff, but there were people coming to the window, and next thing you know, there's Tina, and she's doing the hearts to us, and apparently, they went a little nuts in there. The guards weren't super happy, but it was just so wonderful knowing that she knows that we're out here and that she's not forgotten. And like George was saying, it's not even about to be over for her. We are basically at halftime, right? This is the halftime of the game, but we still need to pull out the win. She's got appeals coming up. There's attorneys that are doing this work for free. She's got to make a home for herself again. She's 70 years old and still has to make a home for herself. And I want also for you guys to know that this Memorial Weekend is kind of big. This is the 9-year anniversary of her son Remington passing. And as we know, Tina's a Gold Star mom. Remington passed away during a parachute jump out during Fleet Week, and it was a demonstration and everything like that, and he was killed, and so keep that in mind. This is a big weekend for her. This is a big end of the month for her, and she's got a whole life to rebuild. And we love her so much. She's been an advocate for the J6ers. She would come out to the corner and she would talk to these men on the phones. And she ended up dedicating every Friday to January 6th, having myself and other January 6ers on, different advocates on, exposing what was going on with J6. So she's hugely big in everybody's hearts.
Besides being a Gold Star mom, people don't even realize during the whole course of this trial, her father passed away. They threw her in prison for one night, and her father, they knew her father was in hospice. He passed away that night. She lost her husband as well. She's got a beautiful Doberman dog. I guess I hate to say it's probably all she's got left there. And you see it on, they post, I want my mommy to come home. It's heartbreaking. She's lost everything. They've totally attacked her for doing her job. And, I don't even want to get into the point until she's out of the double standard in that state of what's really going on. So what's so cool is the fact that she's able to know you're out there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And pushing for her.
Yeah.
And I would just also like to point out that these are the J6ers that are here right now. We have this is only half the J6ers that came out, and there's even more coming. So we got Enrique and Shane Jenkins and all kinds of guys back at a house right around the corner sleeping because, we're going to be here for 72 hours, and we're going to show Jen that she stood for us and we stand for her. So now it's our time to have our corner support party.
Well, hold on. You guys, I know that Mickey...
He meant to say Tina.
You meant to say Tina. I know that Mickey and Shane were there on 6B on Friday night, but you said, George, you were there till the wee hours of the morning with them. What time did you leave?
I left at 2:00 because they knew I had this interview, and I didn't want to look horrible. I've been up for 2 days already, and and they were there till 6:00 in the morning, and it was really hard for me to walk away knowing that they were going to be there. It's so cold here at night, and I was like, man, and they were like, you need to go, George, you got responsibilities, and I was like, all right.
Well, we'll let Mickey and Nicole and
here's
Shane
what's so funny. You logged in an hour early. You could have gotten an extra hour's worth of sleep, Jorge.
Hey, I logged in an hour early down here ready for you.
I know, man. To be early is to be on time.
Well, that's what happens when you Google time changes and they're wrong. But that's another.
Yes.
But Mickey and Nicole and Shane Jenkins and Enrique Terrio are going to be there as well. Again, getting some deserved rest
here
right now.
Hey, Sharon from Pueblo. You need to step forward just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, and you guys may have to tell her what I'm saying. Sharon is a viewer. She watches Cowboy Logic. And Sharon, I want you to give a shout out to everybody in the Cowboy Logic barn party. Say hello to the barn party.
Hello, everyone. I'm part of a group that has been coming to the prison ever since Tina was admitted. We stand in the parking lot. We pray. I'm also part of a conference call that's been going on for over 2.5 years. This past Thursday, over 50 people were on it from across the country, everyone praying for Tina. That's awesome. Her story is known nationwide. And
God bless you.
That's awesome. And
God
we got another cool story, which is Tommy Tatum and his fiancee, Ruth. How cool is that?
I can't believe Tommy Tatum found somebody that actually wants to be with him.
Timothy found me.
You guys are so mean.
Tommy, you're dating up, dude. You're dating up.
Tommy's going to marry up.
That's right.
Just like Don did.
That's like I did. Hey, listen, George, get that camera back out in front so that we can see everybody again, because as you guys all know, we closed the show with the most beautiful national anthem ever sung in the history of the planet. And that's that national anthem that we got with the guys in C2B.
I've been taking Digesticare for 3.5 years. It's a wonderful product. It has greatly...
Bunch of the OG guys sang it. You guys ran it to #1 on Billboard, and we play it every week. Gentlemen, hats off. Ladies and gentlemen, hands over your hearts. We appreciate the fact that you trust us with 2 hours of your time. We appreciate the fact that you all are out there for Tina Peters. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
God bless.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
She hangs on the porch, soft and faded by time. Hose Valley Forge, cold and young blood in her lies. Last sack for the grave as they close weary eyes. A quiet promise beneath wide open skies. Every star holds a name. Every stripe holds a tear. Our boys are gone forever, but old glory's still here. Here's to the fallen, they stood in the gap. To the laughter and letters that never came back. I'll hold you close till my last breath is gone. Oh, glory, sweet glory, they'll carry you on. Iwo Jima's blessing, that flag raised up high. One Marine never came back to his bride. Gettysburg silence, desert dust far away. You've covered so many on their final day. Every star holds a name. Every stripe holds a tear. Our boy boys are gone forever, but Old Glory's still here. Here's to the fallen, they stood in the gap, to the laughter and letters that never came back. I'll hold you close till my last breath is gone. Oh, glory, the sweet glory, will tarry in Arlington's rose, white stone standing still. She drapes every hero against their last will. The finest slow salute, a widow's soft tears. Your colors bring comfort through all of the years. Every star holds a name. Every sigh holds a tear. Our boys are gone forever, but Old Glory's still here. Here's to the fallen, they stood in the gap, to the laughter and letters that never came back. I'll hold you close till my last breath is gone. Oh, glory, sweet Here's to the fallen, they stood in the gap, to the letters that never came back. I'll hold you close till my last breath is gone. Oh, glory, sweet glory, will carry